Hello everyone, my name is Ace and it is amazing to see you today. Today, as we also can see, I have a brand new character. As you can see, who I am talking through. It's still me, Ace, but I am using a different program today and I decided to go with a different style for how I look. Into that, let's get into what we are doing here. Here, I decided I wanted to draw another Genshin fan art. And it's really funny how I actually came up with the idea. What we have here is he is sitting in the middle of like a stream with rocks and nature around him. It's supposed to make him look like he's really small within his environment. So right now he's kind of like sitting on a pebble. But the way I came up with this idea actually was I just knew I wanted to draw him, and then I was like, I want to draw plants. But it didn't make fully sense since he's not one to be around too many plants. I mean, ones in the ocean makes sense since he likes to swim a lot in the ocean, but other than that, it doesn't really make too much sense. But does art really have to make full-on sense for you just to enjoy the piece and like how it looks? I came up with this idea thanks to Pinterest and just going through it, and I saw these two beautiful pieces of artwork. I would love to show you all them, but with Pinterest being Pinterest, it's been reposted so much, I have no idea who actually made it, and there's no name on it anywhere, which really sucks. Please, people, when you make artwork and make drawings, please add your beautiful name in there somewhere. I would really love to see it because I would like to go see the people, like go find where you actually post all your art so I can look at it and look at more and get more ideas and just love your art and give you pretty comments saying that your art looks gorgeous, because it does. But I came up with the idea, back to topic, came up with the idea because I saw someone drawing plants. I just saw someone's drawing of plants. And I was like, whoa, that looks really good. I love how they drew that. And then also, this was a drawing that I've seen a long time ago, back when Breath of the Wild first came out. And someone drew, it was Link and Zelda walking around with like, Zelda's holding like this giant plant, and they're surrounded by these huge plants, and in the background is one of the fairies. And I was like, that is gorgeous. I want to do something similar to theirs. So I decided, let's do what I like to do best, and let's draw some pretty rocks around him. Let's do my best to draw some plants. Let's add some water. I think I did pretty good on the water. For once, I'm very proud of my water that I've done. And I wanted to make it look like the water's like falling from somewhere. But then again, with him being the tiny thing in here, no matter what, it had to look like it was falling kind of like from a cliff from his angle, but it was from a completely different angle. Like if you were taller, bigger, it would just look like a little stream on the ground that's just going. A little stream of water. But I really enjoyed this. I was trying to see if I could find a better brown for the dirt, and I really liked drawing the rocks. I really liked also how, or initially when I had the sketch over it, which I still have the sketch on it, just underneath, I like how the rocks looked with the sketch marks. So I did add those in to the final piece because I just loved it so much. I thought it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed adding all the highlights in the background and the shadows. I played around with a lot of orange and yellow because I wanted that to kind of be like the main color for the background. So then he would stand a whole lot more out since his whole like color palette is this like blues and purples with hints of yellow because it's the gold. And so that's what I wanted to do. I really I liked using purple as my shading for the background. And then for him, I wanted to use a completely different color. So I went with green actually. So he did fit slightly more into the background, but not too much. If you would use a grayscale, you'd very easily be able to see that he is still away from the background, but still looks like he fits nicely into it still. But you can tell where the eye's supposed to mainly go straight to. These clouds, I wanted to still make it look like there's slight bounce light coming from the sky mixed with the green of the land. So I used green and then some blues, slight blues, very, very small amount. I used that with the background. And then I used some, oh my goodness, some orange. So then the highlights would work still. I really enjoyed drawing Freminet. If we didn't understand, this is who this is. This is Freminet. I don't remember if I already said it. I may have. I just talk in these videos because I quite enjoy it. But I was originally going to draw him in his outfit you always see him in. But I don't feel like his swimming outfit gets enough love. The swimming outfit, you don't ever get to see it in the actual game, which sucks to me. But you do get to see it in his trailer and in other trailers, and so I was like, I want to use it. I did change it up a little bit. I added a few things that I thought would work nicely for him. I didn't add too much, though. I really enjoyed drawing his hair, too. It's such, like, I love hair that's, like, supposed to be very straight, but still has slight bits of swoop in it. Also, I love that his hair is supposed to have, like, little some, like, points. I think it's so pretty. I absolutely adore it. I will say, there was a struggle with coloring his hair due to the fact that his hair is a very, very light shade of blonde, and he is very, very pale. Like, it don't look like he goes outside very often. And so he is extremely pale, so it matches very close together. Apologize in the background if you hear cars going by. I do, once again, have my office right next to the street. There's nothing I could really do about it. I want you all to know the music you are all also hearing. I can as well hear that music, so I am also just vibing today. This is one of my favorite pieces I have made yet, so I'm enjoying it. I'm watching the video with you guys. I am loving it so much. Everything you're seeing, I also can see, and I love it. Now we're on to, I finished the line art. I figured it was taking a little too long, so I was like, y'all need to see all of it. Take a little long. I wanted him to have this expression of being like, whoa, where am I? What is going on? What is this place? Where did I end up at? Because I wanted it to kind of be like, if there was a backstory to the piece, I wanted it to be that he was busy swimming and then ended up somewhere that he's never been before, where he's really tall, not really tall, really small, and everything's really tall, and he just somehow ended up here, and he's like, what is happening? Where am I? And I absolutely adore it. See, we're back to the shading now. Now we're at the shading. I didn't think y'all really wanted to see me doing the coloring, because it was just me being like, bam, 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 done. It wasn't that hard. Shading, I do, if you don't mind the arrow, I always put arrows so I know where my lighting's coming from, so I know where my shading half the time has to go. I don't usually put it where it's supposed to. But I used green, so then it still looked like he was getting slight The shadow kind of made sense to me. I like to just use green. Man, I like to use colors that are the opposite of the spectrum of where they're supposed to be at, or complementary, so that it just matches with the character very nicely. And here he is. This is my pretty drawing of him. I love it so much. I hope you all love it. I hope you all had an amazing time listening to this video. I had fun listening to it and watching it with you guys. I loved each and every one of you. I hope to see you all next time. Bye bye!